Okay, shark back.
Okay. Dreaming has been observed in bony fish, but not yet in sharks.
Interesting.
Wait, where did this come from?
Where did it go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Also,
Okay, good.
Mitchell?
Someone caught on.
Mitchell,
Oh my god.
I can see the ruler when you set it to not show other
Yeah.
people. The GM can still see that.
And it can still lag everyone else.
Yeah. It still causes lag for everyone, so please don't do that. Thank you.
What's the difference from here to here? 60 feet.
Alrighty. Okay, so as for the start of this campaign here, as the sun rises over the horizon, it shines its light across the greatest empire it has ever seen. Rome, once a small city-state, grew into a kingdom, a republic, and now an empire. Stretching from England to Egypt, from Iberia to Asia Minor, Rome now controls the largest nation in the classical period. But our story starts much smaller. The port town of Cumae. Once a Greek colony, now a Roman port. Home of both trade goods to service the capital and a booming economy for shipbuilding. But in the town square, two friends are just casually relaxing, having a conversation. Would Unda and Lupus please describe their characters?
I was just gonna say that was an amazing opening.
I guess I'll go first, unless Reina wants
Yes.
to.
No, go first.
Okay. So my character kind of has pale skin and looks a little sickly, but he does still look like he's used to manual labor and goes outside fairly frequently. His clothes are more functional than fashion and are kind of a dark purple. And yes, I know purple's expensive during the time period, but also I'm too lazy to change the art after I already did it. And I thought the color looked good. So he kind of has like a book bag at his side and is holding a long staff. And on his belt, he has various tools that a trained eye could tell is either of a shipwright or a carpenter. And he appears to be in his early 20s with a long brown beard, bright sea blue eyes, and is about 5 feet and 5 inches tall.
Unda, who looks only maybe a few years younger than her companion, but vastly more attractive.
I mean, I'm not denying it.
Oh,
Throwing
man.
shade.
She is quite a wonder to notice. Her sandy blonde hair definitely stands out in a crowd. Her skin is slightly tanner than most around her, showing that she's been out in the sun a lot. She has bright blue oceanic eyes, just displaying the beauty of the ocean around her. She wears kind of casual blue robes, showing her with the Poseidon's symbol. I don't know what that is, Damien. And a scarf usually around her head so that she's not as distracting with her hair. And she's just walking beside her friend, chatting about possible sailor that she found attractive not 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I think that's
Good. Okay.
So, you guys are just sitting out, looking and watching the people go by in the market. Um, when I would like.
That.
Okay.
I
When I
was trying to figure out why it's 0.11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is for dexterity. So that's the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
So just I just checked the box. So we'll see how it goes. I can uncheck it. I mean, but anyways. So okay. The heck. Okay.
I'm crazy in Discord. Oh, there we go.
As you guys are, in, watching the crowd and having a casual conversation, I would like both of you to roll perception for me, please.
First roll of the game. I forgot what perception is. We're starting off great.
Oh.
Again, stealing my luck.
So,
Did you say anything related to me because my phone decided to boot me off Discord for a second?
no, you're good.
Okay.
So, Linda's a little busy, wrapped up in the conversation, but Lupus, while gazing through the market, happens to see a rather disheveled figure wandering about without really any particular purpose in mind. Would Torvar like to introduce himself?
Yeah, so basically, just come in. I look a little disoriented with my current surroundings. As to physical characteristics, he's a half elf, roughly in what would be around 24, 25 years equivalent in half elf life. Like I said, kind of sandy blonde hair, gray eyes. He's kind of shorter, um, 5'5", 5'6". And yeah, he's just kind of disoriented. You can tell he spends a lot of time out on the ocean, and is just lost in wherever he is. Through.
Everybody goes silent to listen to the cats.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Is that our cue to do something?
Did my thing go through? I might have accidentally unplugged my headset.
We heard what you
We
said.
heard you.
We heard you.
Good to know.
And just Lupus is aware. It's your decision of whether you choose to act.
Would I have seen him on the docks before?
No, most likely not.
Okay. Then yeah, no, not gonna do anything.
Great. Off to a great
Alrighty,
stop
so-
avoiding plot hooks.
I would like to point out though, my
character.
character would probably draw attention, looking kind of sickly pale off to the side, wearing a hood in the market.
With a beauty next to him.
Yeah,
I would like to say
like Beauty and
this
the Beast.
character is not min-maxed in contrast to my character from Notes Campaign.
Yes, of course.
Did Josh force you?
Well, he's not min-maxed currently.
Just give it a couple levels. Alrighty. Okay. So, in that case, so the day starts to wear on a bit as things get closer to midday. I would like you all to roll perception again.
We just get nothing but ones and
Ooh. Wow.
or what I was gonna say.
Alrighty. So,
I'm still going on about that boy. I I saw.
So,
This is going great.
yeah.
It's
So,
uncanny.
yeah, that guy clearly made an impression on Unda. But Lupus happens to see a figure just starting to enter the market. Now, I guess I'm going to ask Morbus to introduce his character now.
Okay, this will work out. I was about to say, if we just keep doing characters and it's Lupus, this is like we're never gonna interact with anyone, but at least it's Morpus. Damien?
What?
Morbus.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm sorry. I thought you said it was someone else's turn. Okay. I mean, overall, he's quite tall for the time period, 5'10". He's got dark gray eyes, olive skin, unkempt, long black hair. He's wearing furs over his shoulder and a chitin, and has some leather armor. Doesn't look like he wants to be there right now.
One thing I want to mention for everybody, on the bottom right, as I've mentioned before, you can set your roles and whatnot to say as your character. And if you have a picture set for your character, that also changes it on the names on the bottom left to that picture. So, just thought I'd say that.
Okay.
I did not realize that. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I mean, if I have it to my profile picture, it shows Wall. If I set it to my character sheet, it shows my current character. So
Thank you for mentioning.
Thank you. I mean, not exactly the same. I don't have Wall, but
What are we doing, folks?
It's Lupus's move.
I'm gonna wave over to. I don't know how to pronounce your character's name yet.
Morbus.
Or
Morbus.
Morbus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wave
Morbuses.
over to Morbus.
Should I roll for perception?
Does Una stop talking about the boy for a second to notice this?
I don't. I mean, yeah, actually, you're probably gonna need to roll perception for that. So,
Do you even notice if
Oh.
the man next to you does something?
She's left by now. She doesn't even notice.
no, I was talking to Morbus, but
Oh.
so
Oh,
yeah, you
huh.
you do notice you do notice Lupus waving at someone.
Oh yeah.
Perception.
Alrighty, yep, you're good.
Okay. He kind of gives a grunt and walks over to them.
By the way, you have that set to only roll to DM.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, he's planning to kill all of you later.
I mean, he could just switch his roles to incognito when he wants to kill us, not all the time.
Josh, don't give away my plan there.
You guys on your toes.
What if your character doesn't have toes? What'll they go on?
Nubs.
heals.
So what did you say? The character he came over?
Yeah.
Una's gonna stop her in conversation for a second and trying to like quickly get up and like move over to him. Like Morbus, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Why are you out? Shouldn't you be back at the? Are you okay? Everything okay? And she's like super worried now.
Sorry, I didn't practice before the session. 1 minute. I'm out of food.
You could have stopped by my house and asked me to get some for you.
Or the temple. Anytime I told them. If they see you coming by, they can give you stuff.
I didn't want to be a bother.
My heart. This teddy bear, I love him already.
Told you, he's going to be a dad.
Well, is there any way we could help?
No, I'm just going to pick up some food and head back.
Can we accompany you at least? And it's pretty crowded night. I know you don't like to be around this many people.
Do as you want.
Lupus is gonna take that as a invitation and follow him around.
Yeah. Thanks for Una.
I think this goes back to Josh.
Yeah, so you're following. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you guys. I'm trying to turn you up.
Sorry.
How about me? Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. My biggest problem is Damien. I have a hard time hearing him when he does the voice. And then he's too loud normally. Like the volume difference is too big.
Now I don't know what to do.
So, okay, so what I got was that, so we have Moribus is trying to buy food, and we have the pair following. Is that correct?
Yep.
And then I guess I'm just walking around.
Yeah, you're there now. Okay.
And to
Join our
So-
group.
So, while you are looking around from stall to stall, trying to find some just general daily supplies, you happen to stumble across a rather mysterious figure who's trying to kind of almost like hide their face from everyone, even though there's people surrounding him completely.
Do they look like? Is this Torvar again?
It is not. It is a different person.
Okay, well, does this person look like they've been on the sea?
No.
I don't care then.
Okay.
Would this person like to describe themselves?
I'm waiting to see what your guys' interest.
I mean,
And then, because I learned from the last time, right?
Well, when you said people were kind of surrounding them, do you mean like they're paying attention to the person, or there's just people?
No,
all
it's
around
just
them?
it's people all around.
Okay, I changed my mind. I had to just flip a coin. A D2. Unda is
There are no
is
coins.
actually Unda is actually going to go and approach this person, thinking that they might be a sailor or someone traveling by sea and need some help and stuff, and just doing her job of the temple.
Alrighty. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Lipro?
I'm just saying, yeah, like Lepra. Kind of.
It's French. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I don't.
That's fine. Yes. Lepra. Yes, okay, so Lepra has so he stands tall at 6'2". He has dark brown eyes that pierce anyone who stares into them for long enough, but he also has kind of a mischievous, confident smile. Although right now he doesn't have it as much. He's trying to blend in. His hair matches his eyes, although it is a little bit darker shade of brown. He is wearing a coat of animal furs, and he has his a traveling pack around his shoulder. I just realized. Okay, yeah. And he has also got a warhammer strapped to his back. And yes. Oh, and his skin is also tanned, but yeah.
Well, Unda's gonna go up to the man and be like, kind of like tap him on the shoulder because I'm thinking he's like facing away or something, and just like, "Hello, sir. I noticed you kind of look distressed. Is there anything I can do to help you? Are you a traveling sailor?"
He's gonna turn around and just kind of be like, no, I'm not a sailor. I'm just new to this area. Who are
never
you?
mind. Okay, goodbye then.
Okay, bye.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
Would you say he looks handsome?
I mean,
Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
I don't know. Like a
Roll a 1d10.
One being lupus.
Oh, that's a 1. You're stuck with it. No.
I mean,
I don't think it would be
I don't know.
unreasonable to say that, you know.
what?
Because of your.
Oh yeah, you're up there, dude. You're a solid 8.
I mean, did you mention the fact that you would be a very well-built individual?
Well, yeah, he is.
Because that would be inaccurate.
The piercing eyes.
assessment.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I can't
He's-
speak to the face, but I can speak to the build.
If you're into muscles,
He's a muscle person. I probably should have mentioned that. He's very well built, tanner skin, dark eyes, dark hair. Well, not dark hair, but
brown hair.
Unda gets kind of like a glint in her eyes, a better look at him. It's just kind of, and she's like, where are you from? I haven't seen you around here. I am with the Temple of Poseidon. I help many of the travelers that come through. So if there's anything you need, housing, food, water, especially if you're going to go by boat anytime soon, you can stop by for prayers too.
definitely. I appreciate your gesture of hospitality. And I'm from a place not around here. And he's just gonna not say anything else.
Can I-
Ooh, very mysterious.
Can I
That is
tell?
something she says.
Can I tell generally where he's from?
Roll.
Would that be like insight?
No,
Or
It
investigation?
would. Roll me an intelligence, just straight an intelligence check. I mean, you can tell that he's not Italian.
Can I try to figure out what it is? What kind of
Yeah,
it is?
sure.
Where's my intelligence? Oh, right. It's a core stat.
I know he said he's not from around here, but I forget. Did he say he is a traveler or isn't?
He didn't actually say.
Okay.
He's he's being very mysterious for a reason.
Okay. So, what you can tell is that Latin definitely isn't his first language, and that he had to learn it as more of a how to describe this? Hold on.
As a second language?
Well, yes, but
Does he have like a bit of an accent
it was. Yes, but it's definitely from the northern parts of the empire, but you have a hard time placing exactly where.
then?
AKA, he's either a slave or a barbarian.
Mhm.
And everybody in the Roman Empire everybody that's not in the Roman Empire is automatically a barbarian, depending on who you ask.
True.
You look pretty tired. Trying to think of words. Not good.
Yes. Yes, I am tired. I've been traveling around a little bit.
May I offer you a drink then at the what would they call it, bar?
The tavern, maybe.
Tavern
Yeah, bar.
thingy, the place with the food and the drinks.
I'm
The
assuming
place
we're
somewhere-
still going to be calling things like taverns and bars and stuff.
Yeah, I am not going to bother to look up the Latin names because I would butcher it anyways.
Looking this up right now.
I got this.
Yes, I would enjoy that. Yes.
Lupus is going to walk over kind of and join the two. Mind if I join you?
Of course, always. I mean, no, yeah, you know what I mean. That is in character, not just me.
Lupus is going to put his hand out for a shake, assuming they did that back then. The name's Lupus.
Lepra is gonna kind of he's gonna kind of look around a little bit nervously, and then he'll extend his hand and be like, "Nice to meet you."
Lupus gives a
Lepra.
firm handshake.
He returns his firm handshake.
I don't just
Handshake
mean
off.
like a normal handshake, like a good firm grasp.
Yeah, like a tough guy grab.
Yeah. But he doesn't look... I mean, he looks like he has some muscles, but he doesn't look super tough guy. Again, he looks pale and sickly.
I want both of you to
Okay.
roll strength checks.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, just kind of. I'm like,
Fail,
Like,
someone
you
breaks
guys
their
are just,
hand.
you guys are in the middle of like a man fight, and so you guys need to.
A gentleman's
do I have
fight.
inspiration?
You do not have inspiration. At
I
this
was
point.
hoping
I
we'd
would
start
like to
with
give him inspiration. I'm going to start serenading him.
Haha.
wow.
Alrighty.
4.
Nice.
I can't overcome.
I give the firmest of handshakes.
And I am Unda of the Poseidon Church.
Temple. It would be a temple.
Thank you.
Churches are a forbidden thing right now.
Great.
I'm imagining you would do like a curtsy or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. So, are you people from around here, or?
Yeah, I work down on the docks. I make ships, although I'm looking for other work now.
We've both grown up in town names all our life.
It's respectable.
What is the name of this town again?
Kume.
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 So, should we go get that drink? What's your name, Una?
Certainly. She kind of like looks around, like, oh crap, we lost Morbus again.
This would not have been very far. You could still see Morbus.
Okay.
That's kind of fitting, though.
Unless Morbus is trying to slink away. In that case, I'm going to need you to roll a stealth check.
I don't think he's easy to lose, though.
I mean, I'll do a stealth check, but I don't think he'd be slinking away on purpose. I think it'd just happen. I'm trying not to be loud because my mic is right next to here, and I know I'm loud on your guys' end now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it just happens.
Aw.
Kitty.
Alright.
Secretly, Damien's character is just wearing.
Go
a
ahead and
cat.
roll me that stealth.
Okay.
No, Damien is a cat with like a voice. Minutes later.
Slide up.
Okay.
Same number.
What's the same number? Alrighty. So, yeah, no, both of you don't have too hard of a time finding Morbus. He's just moved over like one stall, so it's not that hard to find him.
If they're like, I mean, I'm assuming. Can I like see them? Like, if they're looking for him, can I see them like turn and look? And can I try to figure out who they're looking for?
Sure. Roll me perception at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you know they're looking into the crowd, but you know there's a lot of people moving around, and so you have a little bit of a hard time seeing.
Okay.
Unta turns to Lupus, like, do you think it'd be too much to ask Morbus to join us? Do you think that'd be too much stimulation for him.
I mean, he could use some practice dealing with people.
Stealing or dealing?
Like
Dealing.
Stealing from people.
Dealing with people, not stealing with people.
Yeah, we're all gonna go rob a bank.
Who
You
doesn't
know,
like
like-
meet random strangers and then go rob banks? Come on. If you
Yeah,
haven't done that at least once
yeah.
in your lifetime, you don't know what true fun is.
Unda's gonna go back over to Morbus's side and kind of like lightly touch his arm and just like, why don't we go to the pub, get a drink or food? We find a traveler or out of towner.
I don't want to go to the pub.
Oh, come on! She gives him her puppy dog eyes. Just a little bit. I promise I won't make I won't start singing and make a crowd.
Would that be a persuasion roll, DM?
You're still talking.
Alrighty then. Yeah, roll persuasion against a charisma save. Charisma saving throw.
Kind of feel like
Okay.
Morbus would have a disadvantage on saving charisma saving throws.
Are you kidding me?
Alrighty, well, Morbus is unconvinced.
I'm gonna walk over, seeing Unda being unsuccessful. Come on, it'll be a fun time. You could use some experience dealing with people. You can't stay locked up in your shack for your whole life.
I have dealt with people. I'm fine in my shack.
Can I roll a persuasion?
Yes, roll.
Do I need to roll another charisma saving
You need
throw?
another charisma save, yep.
Oh.
My rolls are just too good today.
Alrighty.
You're taking my luck again. That's why.
Morbus?
For those who don't know, I'm a luck vampire. That's definitely what's going on here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I've had all of the highest rolls so far.
So AmGM can confirm. But yeah, no, Morbus seems to be coming around to the idea now, very slowly and reluctantly.
Come on.
Let's go then.
It's just one time. You don't need to do this regularly or anything. We won't push for it, you know. But it'd do you some good.
We're pushing now.
So, are we going to start walking towards the pub?
Oh, I was gonna ask, is Lepra, is he like in earshot of all this, or?
I
Because
would
he
think
didn't
that they
follow
would
them.
follow them. So
If
he
you
doesn't-
didn't
kinda
follow
waited.
them,
Okay.
if you didn't follow them, then no, it's too loud.
Can I? I'm assuming. Can I still see them though? Like talking
Yes,
to
you can
somebody?
see them now. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would have gone back for Lepro
Okay.
before we left.
We just leave them. Just you gotta find a way out.
Hey, you want to go hang out with us? Bye.
I'll meet you there. Yeah.
I'll pay for your drink if you can find us again.
that'd be a funny prank. Just convince
Mitchell?
someone to go to the pub and then say, "Oh, I'll be right back. I need to do something," and just never come
Thank
back.
you.
Yes.
Okay, almost as
Alrighty,
mean as
so-
what we did with the cave inspection.
Oh gosh.
No, that cave inspection is gonna happen again. I even have been saving the date, and actually started saving dates in general. What date it is in game.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You put it in your calendar app on your in game.
Okay.
I started to make a calendar, more like.
So, so you guys make your way to a tavern. Do you go to one that you've been to regularly, or do you try to go to one that you haven't been to before, or
Probably
at least
one.
haven't frequented often?
Unda's gonna try to go to one that she hasn't frequented, like sang at and performed at, because that's just gonna cause more people and stuff. So she doesn't want a crowd or anything like that.
We'd probably specifically go to one that has fewer people usually.
Okay. So you guys, I mean, you both are very familiar with the town, so you're able to navigate your way to a more out of the way tavern that you haven't really gone to that often. In said tavern, Lupus, you see the same disheveled figure from earlier in the morning.
Oh man, he's back.
It's almost like someone should go talk to him, you know? Honestly.
Crazy. What a coincidence.
It's almost as if there's something preventing you guys from advancing.
A roadblock that keeps popping up.
I wonder what would happen if we just always ignored him and it's like 5 sessions in, he's just somehow always at the same location as us, we just never talk.
Oh, God.
I ended up doing one-on-one sessions with Josh.
It's just like every fight we get in, you're just like a bystander watching and then you walk away or something. Yeah.
And
So-
you all would notice him.
You said
Okay.
he looked like a sailor and whatnot,
Yes,
and he doesn't look local, or
that's
does?
correct. He does not look local.
Does Unda
How
have
good
anything?
looking does he look?
What?
How good looking does he look?
Oh, here we go
Like this.
again.
I am sorry, but like putting this out here, one of my character's flaws is that she can't control herself when it comes to a pretty face. So
Okay. Hold on. Roll a Torvar,
glad I'm-
roll to me a d10.
Just you?
Yeah.
To do that, you do /GR space 1d10.
what if everyone just gets high rolls in the party? Just Unda just like lose her mind.
Wait, can you tell /DR?
GR space
Oh.
1d10. Alrighty.
I might as well prep this for when I'm introduced.
It's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so he looks pretty good. I mean, it would he could definitely look better, but it seems like most of that's because it seems like he looks pretty beat up right now and could potentially look a lot better.
Mhm.
Can I tell why he looks beat up?
Roll perception.
Could it be investigation?
It is perception.
I don't know why I was asking. It's the same modifier either way.
It's not hard to tell. It looks like he was on the boat, and the boat is no longer on the surface of the water.
It's on the surface
Wow.
of land. Got it. Or surface of a cloud, but I'd find that a little bit harder. Just a little.
Maybe a little.
Unda under her breath, so maybe only Lupus and Morbus hears. Maybe Layfrex hears this too, but she's just like, oh, we got a lot of good ones tonight. A lot of good fish in the sea.
Okay.
Lupus is gonna
Sorry.
sigh and then kind of picking up what she means is gonna go over and well, actually, is Torvar at his own table or just standing around or what?
Is he drunk yet?
Oh no, he's not drunk. I'd probably just be chilling at the bar.
Pardon?
I'd just be chilling at the bar.
Lupus is gonna try and like lead the group over to the bar as well, and leave room for Unda to be next to the people that she is interested in.
Hard for me to do.
Why did it have to be me who was DMing this campaign?
You picked the wrong one to let someone who's attracted to everyone and someone who's like a wingman be together.
I'm just gonna go over to Toya Bar and like, I can't keep doing this. Did the sea treat you nicely, sailor? You seem a little beat up. I pray to Poseidon you got here safely, and so did your crew.
Oh yeah, my crew's gone, but that's okay. I can find a new ship. I can continue on from this. My name's.
Oh, well, I know a good shipbuilder.
Lupus.
Oh, really?
Did Lupus hear this?
Yes.
He's purposely saying it so that he will hear it too.
Lupus is gonna like lean forward so that he can see around the people to the person. Hello, Lupus is the name. Shipbuilding's the game.
God.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That was good.
I just had to do that. I could point you towards the shipbuilding company if you need a new one.
Yeah, well,
What was
I'm gonna
that?
try to say this charismatically. 1 second. Yeah, Josh, as charismatically as I can, I'm gonna tell him. Basically, I was a captain. I sailed a lot around the Greek Isles for most of my life, and then I had to part ways with my mentor. Made my way this way. Bad storm hit, and then I ended up where the heck are we? Wherever the city is. But yeah, I'm excited to get back on my feet, find a new crew, and go on an adventure and create my legacy. I say that as charismatically as possible.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
When you do it like that, you have a chance of having to get a low roll.
Okay, that does not need to go to me.
Whoops.
But he is very charismatic.
Can I try?
Very charismatic. He's one of the best talkers you have
Oh, gosh.
ever heard in your life. Ever.
Oh,
Can I try and out charismatic him in this conversation?
no. Give him a ring while you're at it too.
Yes, roll persuasion.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Alright, but Lupus somehow manages to be
I
better.
still have a higher number.
It's a critical.
Criticals always win.
So Unda, she looks like she's falling like madly in love with this man. And then suddenly Lupus, jumps in and she's just kind of like taken aback again and just like kind of gets herself under control. Can we get a few drinks around around the group? And she kind of like circles to like the 5 of them.
Do I happen to know how much a decent beer costs at this place? Like, not expensive, but not like the worst stuff.
Yeah, a decent beer would probably cost you around 8 coppers.
Okay. Excuse me while I do the math.
Anyway, I don't believe I got your guys' names.
I am Unda of the Poseidon Temple.
I'm gonna put forward 4 silver coins for a beer for. Wait, hold on. I probably did the math wrong. Yeah, 5 beers. I think that's 4 silver.
Flexing, okay.
Just getting a beer for everyone, and then let's see this. Yeah, I think there's 5 of us currently, so.
Yeah.
I will say this. You
so
probably know more.
The bartender goes to go get your drinks, and at that point in time, the door opens and another person enters. Would Kiranis like to introduce his character?
Yes. Karanis is a 5'10", not super well built person, but he's seen some work. He's got bright blonde hair, pretty tanned, and he looks like he's mid-20s. He's wearing leather armor with a slightly flowing chiton over it to kind of cover it up. And he stands pretty confident in himself.
I'm going to ask the question I know Rena's about to. Scale of 1 to 10?
I want you to roll that.
What
how
was
do you do that
his
again?
name again?
/GR space 1d10.
That has been
Time
ready
out.
for about 10 minutes now.
I did not hear that Cohen just said.
What's his name again?
Kiranis. And,
One quick thing I forgot to mention. When I was trying to out charisma Torvar, I would have kind of said things like, "Oh, my name's Lupus. I'm thinking of starting a crew of my own," and stuff like that. Go adventuring, aka hinting at he's trying to do something like that as well.
All right.
So we've got two
Kiranis.
people in the running for that.
So Kiranis here.
Should I say my thing again because someone said they didn't hear it?
Yeah. Just also make sure to mention that you mention because your occupation's kind of important.
Oh yeah.
Or just generally occupation.
I'm 5'11", well built but not super well built. Bright blonde hair, pretty tanned, mid-20s, and I've got a who left? Okay.
He's back.
And continuing from where I left off, I've got a flowing chiton hiding some leather armor underneath.
Everybody all right?
I think I got the description to the person who's missing it. I didn't tell who it was. But you can go ahead, I think, Joshua.
Okay. So he also looks to be pretty dashing himself. Though not quite as good as Torvar.
Dang.
This is like a hair. This campaign is just gonna be Harlem.
No, I'm just gonna keep throwing androgynous enemies at you and androgynous NPCs.
You know what,
I'm joking.
Just for fun, I'm gonna roll a d10 as well.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's just say everyone in the room is definitely better looking than Lupus is.
Oh god.
I told you, pale and sickly.
Yeah.
Unda, I guess, notices this new person come in and kind of waves over to them. Oh, another traveler! Oh, the seas must be very crowded today with so many people coming by. Thank Poseidon.
I'm not sure the sailors should be thanking him.
True.
I'm not sure I got that.
Unda waved for him to come over and join the group because she noticed it was another outsider, someone not from around.
AKA Prey.
I noticed this, and she has the crest of Poseidon somewhere on her clothing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I see if I noticed that?
It would be probably out in the open. Okay.
Perception.
All of that was spent trying to get to perception.
Yeah, no, you definitely notice it.
Okay, yeah. I see that she's with the Temple of Poseidon, and I've recently been looking to get back out to sea, so I approach her and say, "Pardon me, I noticed you waved me over. Did you Do you happen to have anything aboard a ship that I could do? I noticed you're with the Temple of Poseidon.
Was that to board a ship? I didn't hear you fully.
Just like to work on a ship.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Personally, like you need someone to make a ship or supplies for ship. Sorry.
I'm seeing if Unda, as a member of the Temple of Poseidon, knows about any like jobs on a ship I can have.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I don't know any off the top of my head, but I believe at the temple we have many jobs posted. So she turns and gestures back to Torvar. This sir right here is looking for another crew, which so is Lupus. And gotta say, I also want to get out on the seas soon.
I'd be happy,
Well,
Captain.
then.
Sure.
I am Unda of the Poseidon Temple, and that is Lupus.
I kind
Piranhas.
of nod. Lupus the ship, right? Nice to meet you.
And
Okay.
and she's asking for Torvar as well. And the silent one there is Morbus.
I just kind of I imagine I just kind of look off to the side. Hi there.
It's at this point when the barkeep brings you beers.
Lepra's just gonna grab his and start slowly chugging it.
Lupus is gonna try and down his in one go.
Okay.
I want to go.
Unda's gonna clap
roll
along,
me-
kind of like.
make a Constitution check.
Saving throw or just Constitution?
No, just Constitution.
Ooh, both of us?
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem.
I told you I'm a luck vampire.
All right. The pros also he can down it pretty fast, but Lupus is just like one motion. Whole thing's down. I'm gonna need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Is Lupus just trying to
God.
up all the just like?
If I'm gonna be captain,
Lupus.
I need to
Crit fail.
put my foot in immediately.
I want to try and take one of the beers off of the kind of like, ooh, beer.
You're both okay. Lupus is definitely feeling it in the stomach a little bit from going that fast, but neither of you are feeling that alcohol yet.
Not one to shy away from a good time. I'll go ahead and join in on that train as well.
Okay, roll me a Constitution check, please.
Unda's gonna order another drink because she's gonna let and pay for it herself this time because she's gonna let Kirianis take hers.
Okay, that'll be
Oh,
8
thanks.
coppers.
I was thinking I'd have to fight someone for it.
Okay,
I'm
is your modifier for the regular Constitution the same as your saving throw?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so yeah, so
Okay.
you go pretty fast here as well. Though again, not quite as smooth as Lupus.
Figured out.
I need a con save.
Want to take the 16, or do you want me to roll again?
I want you to roll again.
Okay.
Everyone gets
All
drunk.
right.
I
You're
see
good.
all this
Alright.
happening, and I feel I must prove my worth to the manly men in front of me, so I also try to down it.
Alrighty,
Everybody's
roll
gonna
me
be
a
drunk.
Constitution check, please.
Oh, me as well.
Alrighty.
I don't want to miss out on any of the
it's-
fun, guys.
It's only one, so the bar keeps coming around to bring you yours right now. All right, so you do manage to drink it, but it takes like a few gulps. It's definitely not the cleanest chug ever. Roll me a
Yeah.
con save.
I might not be the most
Okay.
attractive, but I have already proven the most manly.
Alrighty.
Testosterone.
Okay. So, Unda, you get yours. Try to chug it. A little bit spills out, not a lot. But you do manage to drink about 95% of it.
Con save?
Yeah, both of you. No, Unda, make a con save. Karanis, you're feeling meh right now. Unda is just fine. Again, right now you guys are feeling. If you guys are feeling bad, it's because of the fact you just drank an entire thing of liquid in 10 seconds, not because of the alcohol.
Let's see who can hold it the longest too. And we just start pouring water in the background.
I mean, it's way too soon for you guys to be drunk. The problem is, you just drank, how much liquid?
A decent amount.
A lot.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I heard bees for a few seconds.
What was that?
I heard bees for a few seconds. Not sure what was happening.
So everyone downed pretty much all of the liquid, and a couple people are feeling meh, but that's just because they drank too fast, not because of the alcohol.
I'm gonna look around at the group, and does everyone look fairly physically fit?
I mean, except for two people, one of which is you, and the other one which is Mobus.
Morbus?
Yeah.
Morbius.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, Morbus, he probably has it hidden under all the fur coats, though.
If you could...
Never mind. No, Morbus is good. Morbus is good.
I mainly meant the people I didn't know yet, but
Yeah.
that doesn't matter anyways.
Hold on.
I'm
there's
gonna
one person I
change
do
my-
need to check real quick. Hold on, the slate is going real slow now.
I'm gonna change my display name so it shows, my name, the character name down there. If you want to do the same, Damien, that'll probably make
So-
it easier.
Torvar doesn't seem particularly he doesn't seem particularly,
Buff.
physically powerful compared to everyone else in the group right now.
Can I roll investigation to see if I can tell, kinda, if he has seen combat and whatnot before?
Alrighty, sure. Roll. Perception.
Oh, perception. I said investigation. You said yeah. I was like, okay. Same modifier.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's not too hard to tell. I mean, he has like a couple of visible scratches from previous incidents. So he's definitely. It's in such a way to where it would have had to be like a very weird and unusual accident in any sort of scenario, unless it was combat.
I'm gonna kind of look around at area by having asserted my dominance and kind of assessed everyone. Would you guys be interested in traveling, maybe forming a crew or just a party?
Yeah.
I sputter a little bit.
Completely disregarding his attempt to try to, I don't know.
I already out charisma'd you. Watch yourself.
Black. I'll say, that's a great idea. I would love to captain a ship. If you can build the ship, I can captain it. And whatever check I need to make, I'll make it.
Roll me another persuasion check.
And what was Cohen saying?
I need a charisma saving throw.
Would I be at advantage since I've already kind of beat him in a related?
No.
Mine will depend on the outcome of this.
Alrighty. He seems to have you.
Ooh.
While I do that, I'm also going to take out a gold coin and just kind of flick it between my fingers, kind of like Jack Sparrow style.
I'm gonna look at that coin and then look at him again.
Falls.
Could you even afford a ship?
What did you say, Colin? I didn't hear that.
I was just saying the Jack Sparrow thing where you just like take out the gold coin, try to do like flipping it across your knuckles, and it just falls on the ground because
Could I
you're
afford ship?
Jack Sparrow. You get nat ones on everything.
I mean, think about it. I could probably afford just about anything. But what does a ship go for around here?
I'll be honest, I've been trying to Google that for like the past 20 minutes.
It's a good question.
I know there's something official, but the
Yeah, there is,
official
but I
D&D stuff based around ships is very bad.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on many factors, Ondo says. If it's made by Lupus, then of course, and he's in charge, then it'd probably be a bit cheaper. Yeah, and then there's, the supplies, the crew, and I mean, not all of us could run a ship, could we?
Yes, we are the Firefly crew.
Yeah.
I have a better proposition for you.
We just need to
make
grab a
crew
couple
here.
of female NPCs and
We
we'll harm those
build
people.
the ship.
What was that?
What were you saying, Trevor?
I say I have a better proposition. We build the ship and we go. We don't buy them.
Is this how you lost your other ship?
No.
Can I roll charisma or persuasion and say, this is why you shouldn't be captain? You can't just make a ship for free. Even making it costs material costs.
Alright, yeah, if I could get a persuasion.
I'm gonna try to rebuttal that.
Oh gosh.
You
better
fail.
Yeah,
Well,
so
sorry,
Lupus goes off into
hold
some
on,
shipbuilding
can I-
jargon that no one really understands.
Can I point out one thing? Undo was kind of trying to help
No.
me.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to help you
No,
for the rolls.
I'm sorry. I don't think that was.
I mean, she was
I-
kind of trying to help me in what she was saying. Yeah, she didn't say she's officially helping my role, but
I was about to, though, sadly.
Well, okay. I'm trying to remember the conversation, and I've already heard what you're saying here, so I don't. Again, yeah, you know what? I'll allow it.
okay.
All right, so that's a 12. Make me a go for persuasion again, Torvar.
Persuasion.
Yep. Alrighty.
Oh.
I just kind of lay my arm around Lupus's shoulders. I say, "You're alright, man, but this guy, he's got it going. I think he's got a great idea here."
I'm going to sigh and say, well, if you want a ship, I can only give you a discount and make it for you. I can't quite just give it and join the crew. Still costs me money to make it.
Surprise.
Again, still trying to Google that.
So let's see here. Depends on what kind of ship you want. I'm just gonna go with keelboat, which would make the most sense for you guys probably.
That's kind of what I was looking at.
3,000 gold pieces approximately
Ooh.
To make or to buy?
to buy. So to make would obviously be lower than that.
100 gold
1,000,
pieces.
optimistically.
I have a counter offer.
Material. Let me do the calculations for material costs real quick here.
Yeah, because your boy's just chilling here with 20.
You're not even that much more wealthy. than
So
me.
materials cost would come to somewhere around 1,200.
I was close.
1,200 gold.
Holy cow! They're selling on like 110%. Wow, that's insane.
Sorry, how much did you say it costed versus how much it costs to make?
Yeah, no, cost to make 1,200, cost to buy 3,000. That's insane.
Well, okay, if you were working just by yourself, let's see here. I mean, if you were just doing it by yourself, I mean, I might have again, this was just based off the downtime mechanics thing, which I think I'm going to go change that to a lower number. Hold on, let me find a number that's a bit more reasonable. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So 900 gold materials.
Okay. And since I do know a bit about nature, if I was to go out and gather some of the materials like the wood myself, how much would that lower the cost by?
I would say that would probably lower the cost by around 10% of that, so it would be 810.
Okay. Lupus is going to kind of look around and then say, a ship for a crew about this size would at the very least cost me about 810 gold, but
that's just counting you building on it.
yeah. And that's only if I was to build it, and on top of that we'd have to gather some of the materials ourselves. I have a bit of proficiency with finding those materials, but either way, it takes time and money, nonetheless.
So it would take you 162 days to build it.
And again, that's not counting anything else we need, like food, supplies.
And assuming you want to do it sooner, we would probably want to hire some locals. Luckily, I know some people that would probably give me a discount, but you never know. I'm guessing Mr. Moneybags over here doesn't have enough.
What time of day is it, DM?
It's getting close to noon now.
Ah, frick. Okay. Sorry. I'm back. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. Well, open are you guys to borrowing ships?
Sorry, say that again?
Open are you guys to borrowing ships?
What do you mean by borrowing?
You know, like going out into the docks.
Borrowing or
seeing a
stealing?
ship. Yes.
Borrowing or stealing? Yes.
Could you say that? could you say that again? You were very broken up.
Oh, he asked me borrowing or stealing, and I said yes.
Okay.
So borrowing or stealing? Which one?
Whichever works.
Quick question for the GM. Would I happen to know any pirate or criminal or smuggling areas of the docks?
What do you
Roll
know?
me a
Roll you a what?
history at advantage.
He clearly said roll up.
What do you know? You?
Yeah, a couple of the docks are. Hold on, I don't know why I guys have. I don't actually know why I still have you on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
So a couple of the. This is not a historically accurate map, by the way. So
Gosh,
a couple
how
of.
dare you not make it historically accurate.
I know.
This map looks vaguely familiar.
I found the same tool that Noah uses, and it's a good tool, so I decided to use it too. But it's obviously totally different because the color scheme's not the same.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he couldn't possibly have used the same thing with different settings. Yeah.
So some of the southern docks have been used in the past for illicit activities.
And can I roll insight if the man ships from one of those illegal groups, or if he meant just taking any ship.
Sure, yeah. Roll me an insight.
Damien,
Then
your
roll
mic is picking up
me.
on something.
Oh, that's my.
Okay,
Okay.
Torvar, if I could get you to roll either persuasion or deception, depending on what it was you were trying to do, and roll it to me, please.
I would also like to roll insight,
All right, you can roll insight
but
as well.
if you are fine with it, Joshua, a thing I would like to implement internally is insight rolls against Torvar are at disadvantage
I
because
have no problem with that.
I see him as the captain.
Okay, yeah, go
You said
ahead.
asked me to roll insight, and was there something else?
No, I did not ask Lupus to roll anything.
Okay.
I'm tempted to say all of Unda's insight rolls are also at disadvantage between all these men except for Lupus.
Anyone who
because-
rolls attractiveness 5 or higher.
I'm joking though.
Okay. So you have a hard time reading. Both of you have a hard time reading Torvar.
I'm just gonna ask him then. And where do you plan on borrowing this ship from?
Whoever is most accessible.
What was that?
Whoever is most accessible, obviously.
And you see, the most accessible would be taking them from those darn pirates.
I love that
This is
idea.
this is the kind of man we should aspire to be.
Stealing a ship is not always in the best light for Poseidon. It could have later on consequences.
But if we take it from pirates, it's fine. They're doing bad things.
Lupus is
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Can I know this might be asking too much, but can I roll insight for his response to me asking where he was planning on taking them from and him saying where they're accessible? Or is that too similar?
I think that's a bit too similar.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Lupus is just gonna say, where do you plan on finding these pirate ships?
Surely,
Me?
as a.
You cut out.
Wait, actually, yeah. Wait, was that? Was
I
that
don't know if
directed
that was
towards
to
me
me or to-
or Cohen?
That was directed at you,
Okay.
not Cohen.
I'm assuming. Yeah, over.
Sorry.
I'm just sitting here with like a dumbfounded look on my face, and like,
You were the one asking me the question, so I responded to you, and then realized I should probably specify not Cohen because he was also trying to say something.
Yes.
Quick question, GM.
Mhm.
I'd be able to recognize like pirates and their ships if I were to walk along these docks.
Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me look at your character sheet again.
Given the history.
I would say it's probably not out of the realm of possibility. You'd certainly have a higher chance than maybe some other people in the party, but I wouldn't say that. It's not going to be guaranteed.
I'll respond to Lupus. I have confidence both in myself and also my newfound friends here. We can probably find wherever these pirates may be and, take their method of transportation.
That does sound kind of fun, and Luna gets kind of like a little bit of a smirk thinking about it.
Lupus is gonna point in the general direction of the docks that have usually been used for the more illegal stuff. Our best bet would be in that direction. There's some less than legal encounters in that area. I don't know if there's anyone in dock that would fit that description right now. And we best be careful because while they might not be upstanding citizens, we'd still be stealing. And let's just say money can make the guards believe either side.
It's true.
If that's what you want to do, then I'd recommend that we investigate some before making any rash decisions.
Oh, absolutely.
We gather supplies as well, so once we take it, we can go and not, have to hang around.
Can I try rolling persuasion again, since I'm kind of like offering...
What are you trying to persuade for here?
Persuade for me to be seen in a better light by the crew?
Yeah, sure. Roll me a persuasion check. Okay. You do make a pretty good case.
Plan.
Morbus, what do you feel about all this? Would you actually be willing to sail with us?
So, yes. But on a stolen ship, I'm not sure about that.
I like the echo.
I think he's talking in Roll20 as well.
20. Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I had him muted, so...
There we go.
Yeah, I was wondering why there was a little bit of an echo, and I couldn't figure it out.
So, did Morbus say yes, but not on a stolen ship? Or did I hear you wrong?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to cause too much of a ruckus on my end.
Well, Morbus, if we take the ship from pirates, then it's not exactly stolen, because we're just repurposing it for the greater good.
I like how this man thinks. My first mate.
Stealing is stealing, regardless of where you steal it from or who you steal it from.
Damien,
it's like anti-stealing.
Damien, I have a Poseidon question. Just because I know you told me that the Poseidon Temple would care about like helping travelers and praying for safe travels and stuff. Would Poseidon ever care or condone or not condone stealing of ships?
Wait, this question is to me, right?
Either you or Damien, because Damien knows his Greek mythology.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the mythology.
If I've learned anything from mythology, it's that if you're a pirate and you capture a god, you're going to be turned mad and become a dolphin.
That was not Poseidon.
That
I know.
doesn't answer my question either.
I know, but it's a lesson.
Yes, we all know gods are well known for their lessons.
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think Poseidon particularly cared too much about pirates, as far as I know.
No, he's pretty emotional though. He can be like freaking mad out of snap. You freaking don't sacrifice the gods before heading to war. You're going to be stuck on the ocean for freaking 12 years, buddy.
So what we should do is we should do a sacrifice before we steal the ship. Got it.
What kind of sacrifice?
Yeah, probably. That's basically it.
Kill like a fish or something.
No.
I was gonna say, you're gonna kill one of Poseidon's creatures and then offer it to him.
Torvald's gonna take his empty mug of whatever he had, kind of just like put it in the middle of the group and says, "All right, here's the plan. Me, my first mate, and this lupus fellow, we're gonna check out the docks. We're gonna investigate, try to find a ship we can take. Unda, remind me of your name, gentlemen." I'll point at Damien's character.
His name is
He
Morbus.
doesn't answer.
Morbus. Morbus and the tall one, you guys start working on this. We can meet back here tonight. How does that sound?
Hang on. Wait, why are we already deciding roles when it comes to the ship? I mean, like, it shouldn't be the person who's experienced and knows the ship well, like...
I've been sailing ever since I was 2.
It's
Do you
true.
know the insides and outs of a ship from building them?
I was about to ask you for persuasion, so thank you. And I was going to give you advantage based on your background.
And could
So-
I
I
roll with
believe him.
advantage since Unda's kind of helping?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll for insight as well, but I am going to do it.
You can't because you're helping.
Oh, never mind then.
I'm sorry.
Love and hate this character at the same time.
I hate Torvar.
What,
He's
do
telling
you
the
love and
truth.
hate which
I saw-
character?
I swear I
My
saw him
character?
on a ship when he was a baby.
Oh my word.
Cohen's character has become a fanboy of Torvar.
That's why he's my first mate.
I'm so confused right now on so many different levels.
My character is just gonna say, "How about we agree to disagree, and we can figure that out later."
I'm Captain.
After
Sounds-
all, experience is only shown in the actual sea rather than on land in a bar.
Yeah, his other team is
He
kind
can
of
take you
gone.
on any day, any time.
Jim.
Okay. As of right now, Torvar is the more persuasive of the two.
But can I at least convince them to decide fully later once we've shown who?
As of right now, Torvar is the more persuasive of the two.
Okay. Well, the question is, does Torvar agree with me, or is he gonna not say anything?
I already said my response.
Oh, I didn't hear your response to that.
I responded, "All right, I'm Captain. Let's go."
Lupus is gonna sigh and say, "Well, at least for finding a ship, you should let me go in. I'm well known around here. I can at least pretend to be looking for a ship to repair and get a look on board without causing any suspicion."
Lupus,
Did you
he
notice
kind
my plan?
yeah, Lupus, he kind of said that you would go with.
And I'm saying I should go alone.
Oh.
Torvar, you're cutting out a lot, so could you repeat that again, please?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, basically, you can definitely go on the ship alone. I do agree with that. You are more well known here, and obviously I'm not. But I do want to accompany you with the docks along with Kiranis here. We can just kind of, watch your back. As you say, it is a shady part of town. But you investigate the ship. Let me know what we're looking at, bud.
All right. And Lupus is going to ask for some water and then, like a fill up on his glass for water, drink it, and then start to head out.
I didn't personally hear what you said for the other group. The other half of the people do to go get supplies. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I
Okay.
just kind of I was thinking you guys could go and begin to collect supplies, and then we meet back here in this tavern tonight.
Speaking of
What do you
which, where
mean?
is this tavern?
Share.
The
Yeah, that's actually a
tavern.
great question.
The tavern is around. It is that building.
I don't see where that building is.
Okay. Hold on.
You might have to hold down the ping for longer. So here.
That little one.
There should be a little blue dot.
What about this giant purple dot?
No, it has to be the little blue dot.
But I don't see the little blue dot.
I'm working on putting the little blue dot back.
Got it.
Yeah,
Big
there
purple
we go.
dot.
Rico.
uh,
I would just like to say, Morbus has not agreed to any of this.
I mean, he technically said maybe.
I mean, he
If-
agreed
And
to
we all know
go-
maybe is yes.
unless
No,
someone
he
says
agreed
no,
to
it's a
go-
yes.
Yes.
go adventure with them, but he did not agree to steal a ship.
Just underpay for it.
well, I mean, it's not set in stone yet that they'll steal a ship. Maybe they'll go there and find one for like discounted or something.
Better yet, we could just do the smart thing and rent a ship.
I don't think renting a ship would be very cheap, but we might be able to find a sponsor.
Oh
That's
yeah,
another idea.
yeah. We need a reason why we're going out. I'm sure Josh has something DM wise planned to give us money to buy a ship because he wouldn't be like not giving you a way to buy a ship. So
It's entirely possible he was just going to have us do stuff on land. I mean, it's only us, the party, that really said we're doing ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's didn't put a wrench in it.
This
No,
is
I'm enjoying this right now. Don't worry about me. Do whatever you guys want to do.
Oh, well, in that
I'm
That's
case,
all your plans.
No, I'm just-
We're gonna spend like 5 sessions getting enough money to buy a ship.
Before Lupus heads out, after drinking the waters, kind of seeing Morpus is still unsure. He's going to look over. If this doesn't pan out, we can always look at a sponsor and potentially buy the ship from the pirates if it's beyond their capability to repair or pay for repairs.
I will also look into some jobs at the temple or any sponsorships that we could possibly get. And if we do have to succumb to stealing, we could always go to Hermes Temple and do a quick prayer for good luck. Hermes is a trickster god.
Yeah.
He's
god of
also the
thieves.
god of travelers too. So
2 for 1 special.
So
thing.
I'm
Okay.
going to start heading out, and I'm guessing the two are following me, or...
Oh, we're walking side by side, buddy. Arm in arm.
Because they're just trying to get in front of each other, just starting sprinting.
I just imagine you guys slowly walking faster and faster, and then you're jogging, and then like running at the end.
Can
I
I use,
will make
Oh
a
my
dexterity check if I need to.
can
have a
I
ship that
use
have to
my
find.
knowledge of the town to take like turns through alleyways where he can't walk in front of me and stuff like that?
Yes, you can. Lupus, I am going to need you to roll acrobatics or athletics to keep up with him.
Okay. I mean, he can't really go
Not
too far
Lupus,
ahead of me.
Torvar.
I'm just gonna say that much.
No, Torvar. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I don't know why I said Lupus.
Okay.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
What did you say, Cohen, before?
Just
Okay.
hearing that description of them fighting each other, there's something I have to find and try and show you guys.
Alrighty.
Do I need to roll survival, or
Yeah, roll me a survival check.
would it be at advantage since I know the town?
Yeah, it would be at advantage, yeah.
Okay. Ugh.
Yeah, you take some pretty good paths, but he does not have too much of an issue keeping up with you. He almost loses you on one. Other than that, he's able to keep up.
I just imagine the rest of this campaign is going to be me attempting to be captain.
No, it's going to be the constant man fighting, and then Unda's just going to be with all the other men in the entire town.
In
Because the
every
minute you guys
town.
look away, like Una's got like her own crew. Hey guys, I found some crew members. They're willing to work for free as long as I sleep at night.
So yeah, Lupus is gonna lead them to the docks. That supposedly we'd best have the best luck with this. and then look for a ship that looks like it could use some maintenance or repair, preferably one that I would be able to do repairs, but it would likely cost other people a lot of money.
Okay. Roll me perception and investigation. Both of them. And then okay, is anyone else also looking?
Yeah, I will.
Torvar, are you trying to do the same thing, or what are you looking out for?
Well, first, I just want to keep an eye on Lupus, and also I would just like to scan the people around me, try to pick up what they're doing.
Okay. Roll me perception for that.
And you were asking is Cohen or is Cohen?
Yeah, Cohen, are you looking for anything?
I'm just following Torvar,
Okay.
assisting him with whatever he's looking for.
I see. Getting an ally before Noah finds a way and an excuse to either tie you up or carry you around.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. So, Lupus, as you are looking around the docks, it does seem like there are a couple of ships that are in need of some maintenance and repair. One of the two that you find, one of them is pretty beaten down, and probably at this point isn't sound enough to go out sailing safely. The other one is still in fairly good condition and will need maintenance soon, but could probably do like one or two more trips before that happens.
Can I see if there's someone that looks like a captain around them? Starting with the more beat up one.
Yes. Roll me another perception for that. In the meantime, Torvar, you.
Forget Kuranis, or wait, how do you pronounce that? Kuranis, is that right?
It's Kiranis, or you can just call me Kira.
Kira.
Yeah.
Me. He's my guy.
I mean, you didn't need help with your perception.
And especially since he wasn't saying anything beforehand, I would need that to be established before you rolled. Does that make any sense?
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure he's with me.
I can.
All right.
Can I say if I'm just following him around for the time being, I'm just helping him?
I'd rather have you do something active to help him rather than at least say every time that you're helping him instead of
Okay.
that. Both for the sake of my memory and just for the sake of trying to stay somewhat,
So anytime Torvar wants to do something, you just have to say, "Me and my lackey are gonna."
Yes.
So,
Me and Smeed. Smeed!
me and my henchman.
Hey, can we? I'd like to vote that Torvar loses a hand first, and then we replace it with a Hook, and he becomes Captain Hook.
Particularly, it needs to be lost to an alligator, probably in the Nile somewhere. And
Maybe
then
owned
there
by
has to be a
Brock.
clock involved somehow.
He had a sundial.
Anywho,
just transition to the stories
So-
of the pirates from Neverland.
looking at the people around you, a lot of it's just the normal day-to-day business of ships loading and unloading, and just the general commerce that goes on at these kinds of locations. But you find there that you see a individual that you would that you like very faintly remember from past. Roll me a history check, please.
All right, here comes a crit fail, boys.
I help him.
Uh,
Yes. Oh
Lose
my
the hand!
god.
Lose the hand!
You were.
Oh my word.
Break his weapon, and his
Oh
hand
my
just suddenly
word.
gone. Alligator
Yes!
comes out of nowhere.
wait, he's helping me. He's helping me, right?
I did say it right before he did that.
Okay. Okay. I got to think about this one
How can you
because
help, though?
yeah, how
Yeah,
are
it's
you
memory.
helping?
He just like comes up and massages Torvar's head.
But
I
okay.
remember that time you saw
So-
that guy. Just like how I remembered seeing you on a ship when you were 2.
I don't know.
So,
Josh, pause real
so-
fast. Pause. This is amazing. Last night when we were playing Rainbow Six,
Yes.
and now this. You're
Yeah.
right.
You are a prophet. This man predicts the most ridiculous stuff 2 seconds before it happens. Like he says it, and then like 2 seconds later it happens. It's like I would appreciate if the prophet would give us a couple more seconds warning. Like I swear, one of these days he's gonna say, "Oh, hey, there's gonna be a comet that's gonna fall out of the sky and cause the extinction of all mankind," and then, bam.
I want to go gambling with you sometime.
It's ridiculous, and it's been going on for like more than a week now. It's gonna start to get a little creepy. Okay.
So you have a luck vampire, a prophet, and what other abnormal person can we fish out of this group?
And Mr. Flynn.
So,
I mean, Damien's
so what
a
happens
vampire.
is that Torvar points out the guy to Kuranis, and even though Torvar can't quite put a finger on it, in fact, he says the wrong name, but Kuranis happens to recognize the face from a wanted poster. That the individual that Torvar found is a rival pirate from your days in the Greek Isles, who you and your mentor booted out, and so he seems to be doing okay for himself right now, put it that way, based on looks. In the meantime, Lupus,
Yes.
you managed to find the captain of the rundown ship. He's kind of he's talking with a member of the what's it called? Hold on.
The shipwriting people I worked with?
Yes.
Poseidon's Hammer.
Poseidon's Hammer. Yes, he's talking with worker at Poseidon's Hammer right now.
I'm going to approach and say, like, hello. Well, actually, do I recognize the captain?
You do not recognize the captain.
Okay. I'm going to approach the guy from Poseidon's Hammer and say hello, and then look to the captain of the ship. You offering them repairs?
What? Oh, yes. My ship is, as you can see, it's not in the best condition it's ever been in.
No. Do I know anything about the person from Poseidon's Hammer? Like is he an apprentice or?
Just roll me a perception with advantage. It's not going to be a hard check.
Okay.
It wasn't a hard check. So Yeah. He is definitely on the like newer side. He looks like this is his first time interacting actually with the customer, and so he's really totally out of his league right now.
I'm gonna ask what assessment did you give the fine captain here?
Well, uh, 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 what did I tell you? 313 gold.
Can I tell how much it's actually gonna cost?
Yeah, roll me an investigation with advantage. It'll cost closer to around probably 250. There's a good amount of repairs that need to be done, but the kids he's assuming that there are parts that can't be salvaged that you can see that can be salvaged and then just need to be like polished up and refurbished instead of being totally replaced.
Lupus is gonna look the ship up and down and kind of stroke his beard a bit. I don't think that's right. Price is quite a bit off, actually. And he's gonna look to the captain. Are you planning on still sailing this one?
Well, I mean, it really depends on how much it costs. Honestly, I mean, if it costs too much, I mean, I'm kind of on a downtime right now, and so I might have to pack it up and move on. You know?
It's still going to be fairly expensive to repair this. How about this? I can try and get some money together and pay you more than the ship's more than your ship likely going to get out of this ship, and buy it from you and kind of make it a personal project to fix it up. Um, and you can, either find another ship with some of that money or retire or whatever. Because even if you do want to keep this ship, you're going to have to be in town for a while. It seriously is going to take some time and money.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere right now, so.
So was that a no?
No, it was more of a. I guess I don't really have a lot of better options right now.
Lupus is gonna look at him. I'm gonna get in contact with some sponsors around town, and I'll come back and give you an estimate for how much I could pay you to take the ship off your hands. If you still want to go with Poseidon's Hammer, he kind of shows his certificate from Poseidon's Hammer, showing that he finished his apprenticeship there. I used to work there, so you're likely going to get a similar assessment there. This guy, I don't mean to, I'm going to kind of pull the captain off to the side and say, I don't mean to talk badly about him, but he's newer to the job.
I could tell.
And he's going to kind of lean back over to the guy from Poseidon's Hammer and whisper, I'm sorry, but you need to get back to training.
Yeah.
Hit the books, so they say. So, does that sound all right to you?
I am not really prepared to commit to that without understanding exactly how much you're offering.
As I said, I need to go around and talk to some people before I can give you an estimate.
Again, I'm not opposed to the idea, and I don't have a lot of better options right now. So, I mean, I'll be here.
All right, I'll get back to you. I'll probably come by tomorrow morning. If I can, it'll try and be tonight, but these things take time. Whatever you choose.
Well, tomorrow morning then.
Lupus is gonna kind of nod to him and head over to try and find Torvar and Curanus again.
So in the meantime, Torvar, you see this pirate having a conversation with another individual. What do you want to do?
I'll kind of my hand out and just kind of like put it on Karan's shoulder and basically say, "All right." Nope.
We're not hearing you.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
I think he was just talking slowly, and you cut him off as he was about to start talking again.
I was going a little slow. It's fine. Okay. So I was kind of. Hey, you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was kind of say to Karanus, now this one, I knew him a while ago. I actually sailed with him once, but we had to boot him off the ship for reasons that the DM has not told me.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay. You know what? Hold on.
Oh. Oh.
Private chat.
Private. Yep. Oh.
I really want to watch that Pikachu versus Raichu thing you sent, Cohen, but I can't because the stream would pick it up.
All right.
But I can
I've seen
guess
that before.
based on that picture.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate. I
So did-
watched that like.
So did you guys see all the pictures I posted in Discord of everybody's characters?
Yes.
I did.
Please.
Very good.
Is
Yeah, it looks
Torvar the one with like the red shirt?
Torvar is the one, with the red. Wait, hold on.
I don't mean the lady with the red shirt.
No, the ladies tour.
But I do mean the one that is sleeveless.
Yeah, the one in the red shirt. That's sleeveless, I believe. I should have put
I guess that
names
one's
with all
more
of those,
salmon.
but I just kind of posted all the pictures I did for this session. Let's see. Top is Michael's. After that
Yes.
is Morpus, and then yours, then mine. Yeah, and then they're coming back.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Forget everything I just said.
Get all of it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take my hand. I'm gonna take my hand, put it on Karan's shoulder, just restart scene.
Wait, you said forget everything he said. Can that include the stuff making him captain?
Oh.
No.
Can't blame me for trying.
I just stared at him blankly. I'm like, done. Now, what do you want to say?
So that man right over there, I'm gonna point over to the pirate that I see. I'm like, he was a rival of myself and my mentor when I was back in the Greek Isles. We took him out, we sunk his ship, stranded him, but obviously he's made it here. His name's Tirano. Now, I don't know what he's doing here, right? But is he wanted? That's
Yeah,
what
I saw his name on a wanted poster back in the tavern.
to say how
I'm
much.
assuming.
Roll me a history check.
Me?
Chico. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Karanus.
Jingo,
And this was not in the tavern. It would have been like a couple weeks ago or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know where that might have been.
And
That
it was not in
surprisingly
Kume.
good roll.
It was for hold on, where did I put this? Come on, I just had it. It was for 200
Gold, silver,
Gold.
copper. Okay.
Let's just turn this guy and claim the reward and buy a ship.
That's what I was thinking, Tyrannus. However, looks like he's talking to someone. No, can I make
I
a
tell him the reward price.
right 200? I'm gonna make a quick perception check to see how many other gentlemen are around my good old friend here.
Okay.
I want to.
Alrighty. So it looks like from what you can see, there are a couple shady individuals on the docks just beside him. But other than that, you don't see anyone on the docks. that seems to be that inclination.
So just 2, including. So 3 of them?
Yes, that's correct.
Tyrannus, how are you in a fight? I'm just curious.
Quick question: is this
I mean,
about when I get back to them, or
No, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I'm sorry.
I just making sure?
Because you remember you had to go to the ship and check it out
Yeah,
again
I
and
was
stuff
just
like that.
again double checking.
Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of like clench my hands, like clench and unclench a couple times. I could handle myself kind of fine. I'd be better at making sure you stay alive though, than beating in some heads. But I do have this, and I pull out a belaying pin. I'm not sure what those look like, but it's like a small club.
It's kind of interesting. I'll kind of put my hand on my short sword and just kind of slowly draw it out. Just kind of hold it back and kind of like behind my leg.
Roll me sleight of hand.
If he fails, does he roll intimidation?
If he fails, does he slice off his hand? And
I could just
Someone really
imagine
wants
him-
that hook already.
I could just imagine him trying to hide it, but failing and somehow critically succeeding at intimidation.
So you managed to hide it pretty well. But at that point, Tirano ends the conversation and starts to walk to the docks. The two other individuals start to follow.
Should I roll perception against his sleight of hand to see if I notice?
You can.
Well, I want him to move, but I'm holding my sword out.
Yeah, no, you notice.
Very good. All right.
I put the club away in my alternate dimension. Of where
What?
things go when I'm in my alternate dimension of where things go when I'm not holding them.
That's true. I'm
Most
gonna
people call that a bag.
make a quick perception check behind us to see if I can spot Lupus.
Well, if he's saying towards the dock, he would be heading towards me.
Heading towards like the same parts of the dock because the docks look pretty long.
So okay, roll me that perception first. Okay. So, you notice first off, that at this point Lupus is starting to walk towards you guys. Second off, you see Tirano walking towards a ship that looks fairly beaten up from what you see.
I'm going to get Lupus's attention and tell him do the wave like come here.
I'm gonna come over. I was already heading in his direction.
All right, Lupus. Tyrannus and I stumbled upon an old friend of mine. That man over there, I gestured towards Toronto. An old rival of mine from the Greek Isles, right? And Tyrannus, bright guy, by the way, he remembered his face on a one poster. You know how much we can turn him in for? 200 gold pieces. I think we can start financing a ship if we take this guy in.
Can I see if the guy he's talking about is heading towards the ship captain I was talking about, or towards the other ship?
Yeah, roll me the perception check again, please.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had Torvar pointing him out, so that was not going to be too difficult, especially since you had already surveyed the ships, and so you could see that he is walking towards the other ship that was fairly beaten down, but could still sail.
How much crew does that ship seem to hold, or like it would need to run it?
It would you only need one person, at a time running it. It's a fairly small ship, but it would theoretically hold a crew of 3 to 4 with a max of 7 to 8.
Lupus is going to convey this information, say that it probably has at least a crew of 3, but that it could go more or less. So there might be more people on the ship. They'd likely not leave it unattended.
I'm just going to kind of look back at him. Bro, I've been sailing for years. Of course I know that. I'm not saying us three are going to waltz onto the ship and fight him right now. I'm just saying it's an idea.
And
I think we should.
quick question for Josh. If we were to attack them and turn them in for bounty, are we likely to cause trouble with the other less than legal people in this part of town? And also, would we be in trouble with the local government if we tried to do that?
The local government is an easier answer. It would not have an issue with it, really. The most bounties are put out by the governor's office, and so the local government typically wouldn't have too much of an issue. And from what you remember in the past, they typically haven't.
Okay.
The more illegal members of the dock industry here definitely wouldn't like it. They'd probably purposely try to avoid your business at all.
What if
they can.
we portrayed it as us fighting a rival rather than us taking in a criminal?
If you can establish that it's a criminal v criminal thing, or not, if you're not doing it for the bounty, if you're doing it for personal reasons, then they won't have an issue with it. But if you turn them in, then they're going to have an issue with it.
Okay.
Let me put it that way.
I'm gonna whisper to Torvar. We need to make sure that if we do try and take his bounty, we need to make it so that it seems like it's because he's your rival, rather than just for the bounty. Because
no, I feel the need to clarify this. They don't care. Okay, let me put this. They don't care if you take his ship and stuff. The illegal people do not care if you take his ship and stuff. They care if you take if you turn him in.
Is it not? Would they care if we turned him in and took his stuff? That's more what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna say
the issue is the turn in.
Fellow criminal.
Yeah, the issue is the turning in part.
Okay, I'm gonna lean, as I said, lean over to Torvar and say, if you don't want this to go poorly for us, we're not going to be able to turn him in for that bounty. We could potentially take his ship, but if you want that bounty, don't expect to get many helping hand, or don't expect to get many people in this part of town willing to help us in the future, or even do business with us.
Can I hear that as well?
Yeah, unless he's trying to hide it.
I'm just talking to Torvar. I'm not trying to let Kuranis hear, but I'm also not completely excluding him. So it depends on how close he's walking to us, or standing.
In that case, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I imagine I'm walking like a pace or two behind Torvar.
Yeah, roll me a perception then. Yeah, you can hear.
Okay. I want to also walk up and not loudly say to the both of them, we could maybe just go in there and tell them, hey, come with us. Go to the bar, buy them a drink, and then accidentally call the guard.
Or there's also the possibility we could beat him up and have someone else from our group who didn't come with us to the docks pretend like they just found him on the docks, or found him or beat up in an alleyway or something, and took him to the guard, recognizing him, and trying to make it all anonymous and coincidental.
Do that. I have another proposition.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
How is the Poseidon's temple deal with like the criminals like that? Would they want to turn them in?
Based on previous things, I would assume they'd be kind of undecided.
Yeah, I think they'd be kind of ambivalent.
Yeah.
Sorry if I was kind of interrupting you there, Josh. It's just I was trying to say based on previous conversations.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you there. I don't think they care a ton in either direction.
And what was Torvar's response? You were cutting up a little when you responded.
I was going to say, both of those are good ideas. I have a third proposition. Heal me. I'm getting that. You said you could back me up health-wise, correct?
I never
Yes.
said that, but I can.
No,
And
he's
then
talking
realized-
to Kuranis.
As I was about to say, and then
Uranus.
he realizes he was talking to Kuranis.
You can too. That's good to know.
I can also fight.
leave you there. I could challenge him one-on-one, the stakes being the ship. Make a quick insight check on Toronto to see how much I remember about his fighting abilities.
Roll me a history.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can kind of tell anything about him myself?
Roll me history.
Well, I'm trying to investigate him, not remember him. Like, see what
Investigate
weapons
who?
he has.
Toronto.
The pirate we're thinking of attacking.
By this point, he's already walked onto the ship because you guys have been talking for a while.
Ah,
So roll me history.
me too?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So Lupus, for some reason, knows more than Torvar because apparently.
Got a good look at him.
Nothing
And
escapes
so-
this steel trap. Except everything that will eventually escape it in the long campaign that this will be.
No, the campaign ends next session.
We drive Josh insane this session, he quits next session.
We get on the boat and we sail to the end of the world where we die.
Because there is an end of the world, definitely.
Yep,
And
100%.
He had a why is Roll20 moving so slowly for me?
They probably have heavy servers right now because it's slow for me too.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday night.
He had a it looked like he had a he had some like armor as well as a sword and at least one dagger that you could see.
Can I kind of guess what his fighting style is from that, or is that too much?
No, go ahead. He would very much okay, from what you tell, he's a very like by the books kind of captain. He by the books as a pirate can be, and so that if you now you that's about as far as you can go.
Okay.
Torvar, you don't remember how he fights. You just remember that he he tends to follow like the pirate code, and so he most likely would accept any challenge to him.
I'm gonna relay to Torvar what I figured out on my own before he can say anything.
Thank you. Can I also just try to remember how I would fare against him?
No.
That's
Will
fair.
change anyways.
that's true. All right, gentlemen. I believe we have a dilemma. We can face him and his crew as a unit, challenge him one-on-one, or we could go back and relay any information we have gathered to our party tonight.
Knowing Morpus, our best bet is probably to challenge him one-on-one. Morpus might not agree any other way.
I think
I'm
he's
just
got a point here.
wondering. Sorry, cut in. Does Unda possibly have good standing with the other criminals and stuff if she's with the temple and just helps them with supplies? Would they care if she was supposedly attacked by a pirate and she defended herself and turned them in?
Uh,
Part of her background of entertainer does mean she is popular.
yes. But I'll be prepared to answer that question if it comes up when you guys get back together.
Okay. Just put it in your head now. Start thinking.
What do you think, Uranus?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's only 7:14. Okay. I'll be explaining it later.
Damien, you're not muted.
What was the last question?
I was just asking.
Anything.
Torvar is asking you, as asking Uranus, what he thinks we should do.
I agree with the duel option.
Will you back me up? Will you guys heal me through the fight?
Quick question to the GM: can we hide our healing?
You can. It'll require either stealth or sleight of hand to do it, depending on what, if it's just verbal and somatic, it'll be sleight of hand. If it's all three, then if it's two, it'll be sleight of hand. Three will be stealth.
What if it's just touching them?
If it's just touch, then that would again be sleight of hand.
Okay.
Because you'd have, provided you're close enough, of course, it would be a sleight of hand to do it.
So wouldn't that be weird to see if you cut someone and then suddenly their wound heals in front of your eyes?
I mean, there'd likely still be blood, and if it's not a serious cut, like small cuts or bruises, then there's a good chance that you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying you guys are going to have to.
And I was mainly asking, so if there was a crowd of people around to watch, and he purposefully let himself kind of back up or get pushed to the side, and if I was to push him back in, would that still be a sleight of hand?
No, that would be performance.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna kind of whisper to him, if we can get a crowd watching, I can likely do my thing a little better than if it was just you two dueling and no one around.
That's good. I think I'm going to challenge him to a fist fight. Non-lethal. Both of us walk away. But the risk is the ship.
I
And
like
if
this plan.
you my pride.
You think he's going to accept this duel for his ship versus your pride?
You can think of something.
What was that?
You can think of something.
gonna say, I mean, you could offer him a free ship repair for you if he wins, if your pride isn't enough to entice him into battle. But I'll warn you, it wouldn't be free for you.
Take those odds.
All right. So you guys have a plan?
Believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
Um,
as a group, we'll approach the ship.
okay. While you're doing that, we're going to switch over to Group B. What are you guys doing?
I
Getting supplies.
I guess we're getting supplies from the temple to start with, and then just around.
But
What
we
kind of?
don't have to pay for the temple supplies, right? Because I don't exactly have any money.
It it depends.
Okay.
We probably have to pay less, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah. So what kind of supplies are you trying to get here?
Whatever we need, like food and I don't know
Lines.
I don't know what things
I mean-
personally that they would need, but I'm sure
I'm
my
assuming-
character would know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, is it? I just got a message from Cohen that he needs to go soon. So can you guys hold on that? We're gonna wrap up A
Okay.
and then come back to you guys.
Yep.
If you guys can stay a little late.
I
Yeah,
might
I
have
can
to
stay.
actually go soon.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
We could also maybe leave
So-
A as a cliffhanger and work on B.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do here.
Okay.
So yeah. So what kind of supplies are you looking for?
The
Food,
supplies
water.
we need.
Um,
Food, water, like I don't personally know, but
they
my
have
character
living
would.
quarters in the ship. I mean, like, I don't know.
Most ships have a place to sleep. It may not be a room. It may
Well,
be
yeah,
a,
but
like,
long
space
as
where
it-
everyone sleeps together.
Well, as long as it has, like, I don't know, like, blankets or something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe something for bedroll. Probably just like the more essential stuff.
My guess is mostly just food. The rest the ship would likely have, and tool-wise, my character probably has.
Yeah.
But I'm not there to tell you that, so.
Well, yeah, mainly just food, water. Then I guess.
Okay.
Anything
I mean,
else
I'm
my
sure-
character can think of that we would need.
Yeah.
Matches.
Matches?
Matches and Tinder.
As I said, that stuff would likely already be on the ship.
This is not for the ship, this is for him.
Okay.
Oh, is that in
Uh,
character?
Okay.
So that's for me. Sorry. I'm trying to be quiet so this doesn't go up when I do talk in character.
Okay. So I'm assuming we start at the temple or
Yes.
something, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Then
okay. So
lead the way.
And so, as far as I know, we've agreed to leave A on the cliffhanger and
Yeah,
just do B now.
yeah, we'll just stop on A.
Okay. Then I think I'll go now then, because my mom was kind of expecting it to be done at 7.
Okay. Alrighty. In that case, go ahead and note down. It's gonna be 300 for this session.
Noah, I will fight you.
Okay.
What was that?
Okay.
The blob, it consumes all.
Yes.
The more you fight it, the larger it gets.
Well, thank you for joining
How do
us, Cohen.
Yeah, see you, Cohen.
Thank
Thank you. It was a good
See you,
first session, I
Cohen.
think.
Alright. Okay.
Bye.
So,
Yeah.
Group B is heading towards the temple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
Mhm.
Unda doesn't not have any problem getting there. I assume you guys follow.
Mhm.
Um, and then, so once you arrive at the temple to get supplies, it is going. They're going to be available at a discount, but you're still going to have to pay. And so it's going to be. Hold on.
That looks like something targeting
So
the bar.
Yeah, I know. It's a missile strike.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so so it's going to cost a silver per ration, and then it's also going to be 10 silvers per barrel of ale.
Okay. Um.
Or essentially 1 gold.
Yeah, I think Una's just gonna go ahead and pay for it herself, and then figure out who pays her back later, or how we split that later. 1 gold, right?
1 gold for the ale.
Okay, and then how many rations do we?
It's 1 ration for 1 person for 1 day.
I need to. Are you
So
actually
6
gonna keep
people.
track of
I am
rations?
going to keep track of rations because you're going to be on a
Okay.
boat, so it's going to matter.
Do we know for sure how long we're gonna be for? Like, what's a good guess that people would stock up for? Like a week, a month?
Typically the estimated distance plus probably like a week, just in case you get stuck in a storm or be calmed or something like that. And now, if you're not planning to go far off the coast, you might only stock up an extra day.
That's the thing.
It,
Like, no one's actually decided where we're going, how far.
yeah, the type of trip very much determines the level of supplies.
Honestly, I wasn't sure why he was saying to get supplies before we're even sure what we're doing.
Yeah. How much
But
should
this only
we
shines
get
poorly on
that?
his performance, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Una just kind of stuck for a moment trying to figure out how much, and she kind of turns to the other two and she's like, "We don't even know where we're going or for how long. This isn't very thought out."
Are 1 minute. Let me ask: are we the 2 quietest people in this group that just went?
I think you also have Michael with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So no reply. Got it.
Wait, sorry, what happened?
She said she pointed out that we don't know where we're going along, which makes it hard. Oh, was that Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, his audio is probably doing it again. Why can't he hear us? Hey, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Okay, there we go. That's better.
All
Yeah.
right.
Glitching out a ton.
Yeah, Unda was saying that we don't know where we're going or for how long, so this is a very thought out well.
Hmm. Yes. So are we debating which supplies to get or what exactly?
Yeah, how much supplies? She kind of scratches her head. Maybe we should just hold off for now and go regroup and ask them what the plan is.
Yeah, that would be a good idea because
In case they didn't buy the ale yet.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Besides, some captain thinking this out. It may look good, but he definitely doesn't train.
Persuade
I
them
wonder
to
his other
like me
crew's
more.
done. She's kind of mumbling this to herself.
Wait,
I guess
hold
then.
on a second. I thought it was Opus who said to go get supplies.
No, it
Was it-
was
It
our
was
captain.
Torvar.
Oh, it
He's
was
the one who
Torvar. Okay.
delegated
I'm
everyone
sorry.
with get supplies.
I only said I was going to go down to the docks and look into potentially getting a ship.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got confused there. There was a lot of people talking at that
Yeah.
point in time. My apologies. Okay.
So she tells them we'll have to be back, and while she's there at the temple, she does let them know that she's, and to make sure it's okay with like the head monk or whatever, that she's getting ready to go, that she's found a way off out of the city and she's gonna go sailing.
Okay.
Because that is her family. So
Would you start heading to the docks afterwards to try and find us, or just...
yeah, probably.
I'm just asking because it's probably better to end the session with the group together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go do that, and then we'll have you head over to the docks.
Yay! Good,
Alright.
because I wanted to be able to be there for the fight.
Alrighty.
The fight that you
Distract them
didn't
with
know about.
music.
Alrighty. So, okay. So as I said to Cohen, 300 XP for everyone.
I forget what's level 2.
I believe it is 300, unless I am mistaken.
Yeah, it is
shoot.
300.
It is.
I think.
Okay.
They don't have this spell. Okay.
Should I go ahead and switch the stream to...
Yeah.
Bye,
All right.
stream.
Goodbye, anyone watching, if anyone watches.